think that looks to be a bit like an 8 from Radley. So yes, we have started, and this is the contest between Radley College on the left of your screen. We're just passing Temple Island at the top of the reach, and Episcopal Academy USA, I think from Philadelphia. And if you're watching us from America, hello and welcome. It's great that you're with us on the YouTube Henley channel, and it's a very close race to start off with between these two school crews.
Yeah, it looks like the water's getting up a bit. That tailwind that we were talking about earlier is against the stream, so naturally can make some slightly lumpy, bumpy conditions. Looks like both these crews are handling it pretty well, though, off the start. Yeah,
got a great shot of the Radley crew there. That's the strokeman Dunlop, and then behind him Angus McChesney, who is a really strong GB rower in the 7 seat, came 4th in the GB trials with his bowman Joshua Bowman-Jones, who then got pneumonia, so they missed the spring assessments. But it just shows you the power in that Radley 8. Episcopal, we're looking at them there, came 5th in the Stokesbury Cup, which is the Public Schools America race on the Schuylkill in Philadelphia. Great result for them this year, and it's nice to see them at Henley. So we are coming up to the barrier shortly. The barrier is one of the landmarks on this Henley course. It's around about going to be 2 minutes, or probably just under, about 1:57. There's a great shot of William Parnell, stroke of the Episcopal Academy 8, and he rode in the varsity crew this year. He's won in the varsity events in the States, also at Canadian Henley 2, which is one of the competitions over there in America. Rode on the lake in Toronto, near Toronto, and it's a lake where a lot of the American competitors go and compete. Canadian Henley, it's known as, affectionately named after this competition here, of course. So on the right of your screen, it's the red and white blades from Radley College. They are dominating this event as we're coming through the first third of this race, and it leaves the boys from Episcopal Academy USA a lot to do, Zoe.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's difficult to come back from over a length down, really, in one-on-one racing, because the other crew can see you, they can respond if you're trying to move. But this is Henley, strange things happen here, you never know what might be around the corner, so you absolutely just have to keep at it until the very last stroke, and you can't ever take a lead or a deficit for granted.
John Gearing, the coach, first aid coach of Radley. Of course, Sam Townsend, former GB quadruple sculler from London 2012, runs the programme. But he'll be looking at this shot after the race and looking at the angles of his 8, and that looks pretty good to me, Zoe.
They look very clean, very together. You can see that not only are all their blades dropping in at the same time, but as Martin said, those angles are really similar. So there's the same distance between each blade, suggesting that not only are they rowing very well in time, but they're also rowing a very similar length of stroke as well.
Yes, and some of the boys in this 8 will be hoping to go to the World Junior Championships. They will be happening in August this year. So they've got to have trials for selection, but certainly Archie McChesney, Angus McChesney's son, and Joshua Bowman-Jones, I think he'll probably get asked again for trials after missing spring assessments with pneumonia. And it just shows you the power available to these Radley rowers. But of course it's more than just power, because they're totally synced in, aren't they?
Absolutely. The thing I'm surprised about at this point is, Radley have a pretty commanding lead now, but they've still kept their rate up. They're still rowing at quite a few strokes per minute. They don't look like they've really relaxed and taken the opportunity out front just to take their foot off the gas a little bit, which could be in their race plan. They could be planning to go the whole way down the course no matter what. Some crews like to take the opportunity to take a bit more time so they don't spend so much energy for their races the rest of the week, but hopefully that'll have been something they discussed before the race and had a plan about.
Yeah, so the second half of this race we might see Radley ease up. They are the crew on the left of your screen. The camera's zooming in to them at the moment. You can see Dunlop in the stroke seat, and a look back from Matt Dawson, the little coxswain there, just 55 kilos, Zoe. I mean, how often do you look back and see where the crew is?
I think if you have to look back, you're in a pretty good position generally. You have to be careful with it, because actually by turning your head and your shoulder and your body weight and looking back, you do unsettle the balance of the boat. You know, the balance of a rowing boat is a very fine thing, as you well know. So actually, by doing that, you can disrupt the rhythm and the balance quite considerably.
Just in that Radley boat, we can see the blades there. You can see the 5-man. I think he's got the hat on with you. I think that's Freddie Elwes, and his brother Charlie rowed 6 in the all-conquering Yale 8 that won that fantastic contest. I think just beating the Huskies of Washington in the States last month. So what a great rowing family, and well, certainly Freddie is going to be one of the favourites, I think, to take the Princess Elizabeth. We'll see through to the weekend how that pans out.
I think this crew from Radley are looking a little bit more relaxed now. You know, their quality of the rowing is still good, but they've just managed to take a little bit more time and just enjoy this position of being up ahead a little bit more.
Yeah, nice off the back turn, plenty of time, and just letting that boat flow under them. And we've seen a shot from the leaders in this opening heat this afternoon of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, the event for schoolboy crews. With their insight, they're coming up to the finish. Radley College will take this from the Episcopal Academy, USA. They row out at the Fairmont Boathouse on Boathouse Row there in Philadelphia. Famous stretch of boathouses on the Schuylkill River. Radley just easing up to the line. There's the buzzer, and they take a comfortable verdict over the Episcopal Academy USA in this heat of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.